Michael Leisure was shown his second yellow card and given his marching orders for this challenge. Despite his protestations, Leisurewood was on his way down the tunnel. Rangers had to hold out for the remaining 9 minutes, and that they did. Only just. This would prove to be a day to forget for QPR, a 5-1 defeat at West Brom. Kevin Phillips opened the scoring on 17 minutes. And it just got worse against a team that would ultimately go on to win the championship. Just a minute after Phillips' opener, Ishmael Miller made it 2. Gareth Ainsworth did his best to haul Rangers back into this match when he halved the deficit on 24 minutes. But 6 minutes before the break, the evergreen Phillips did that. In the second half, goals from Corran and Jonathan Greening completed the rout. A disappointing afternoon for John Gregory's QPR.
It's just imperative that we get our first win of the season, and you know, we saw Sheffield Wednesday, of course, who lost 5 on the trot. Couldn't even see where their next point was coming from, and suddenly they win 2 back-to-back games and jump right out of the fire. You know, so we find ourselves as last year in a kind of mini league at the foot of the table. We've got to beat the teams that are around us at the moment. You know, that's the most important thing.
Following that defeat in the Midlands, the decision was made to replace John Gregory. Mick Harford was put in temporary charge of first team affairs. He faced his former club, Colchester United. Michael Leisure didn't allow his new boss to get off to the best possible start as he put through his own goal. Hogan Ephraim, also against his former club, scored his first goal for the R's following a neat 1-2 with debutant Rowan Vine. Kemi Izzet restored the lead, however, for the hosts. And just before the break, it was 3-1 through Yates. In the second half, Rowan Vine gave us a taster of what to expect from him as he fired home in front of his new supporters. But that elusive first win certainly wasn't going to arrive. 4-2 it finished, Clive Platt getting the final goal of the night. With Briatore and Bernie Eccleston's involvement in the R's, media interest in the club was growing, and Sky's cameras were there to capture the first win of the campaign.
Hamilton was unable to hold that up, and that gave Queen's Park Rangers back possession. It didn't stick. Ephraim is Vine. Good record of goal scoring at this level, Rowan Vine. Not been getting too much of a look in up at Birmingham. Lay back, Legion work! Oh, and for the first time this season, Queen's Park Rangers were nearly ahead in a match.
This is where you need a little bit of luck. Vine does ever so well here. Spots the pass early and he tries to pass it in there. And it just scrapes the outside of the post. Good awareness by Vine. Takes it early and just past the post.
Here's Martin Rowlands. Scored 2 in this game last year in the 3-3 draw. Wants another one here and he's hit the post! Oh, how unlucky is that for Martin Rowlands and Queen's Park Rangers.
Well, how positive was that? Picked the ball up, one thing in his mind, he was going to go direct. He was going to go to the heart of the defence. He did it so well. I think it's the reaction of the crowd and the player that maybe got him booked.
Down and down. This time goes fine and this time they get a penalty kick. This time it is given. Norwich protests bitterly. Was that a better claim than the previous one, which he ignored?
Well, on first viewing, seemed to be a weaker shout. What he does really well here. Stays high, and he's a reckless challenge, to be fair. He's gone high. Vine does well, he's strong, and that's caught him in the midriff. Doesn't get anything on the ball, so having looked at the other ones, the referee probably thought, yeah, I'll give that one. He's delighted.
Martin Rowlands. Can he give Queen's Park Rangers a lead for the very first time this season? This is a massive moment in this one. And he's put it away. Martin Rowlands and Queen's Park Rangers lead Norwich City by a goal to nil.
Well, Marshall guesses the right way, but it's just struck with that much pace. Beats him and they're absolutely over the moon. At last they say, we've got something. Look at this for a strike. Smashes it right in the corner. Marshall guesses right, but it's just the sheer power and quality that beats him. Look at the tension on their faces in that director's box.
Chance that there's only one Martin Rowlands around Loftus Road. Here comes the corner kick. It's well defended this time. Oh, and he took a deflection on the way through Ainsworth's effort and just goes wide for a corner kick. Was it on his way?
Terrific technique.
He got his head to it.
Look at this for techniques. Steadies himself, and that header's probably saved him, although Marshall was getting across really fast. May have just got there.
Apologies for the poor picture quality. There's nothing poor about this strike from Sylvain Legwinski to give Ipswich the lead. A stunning effort, but the R's weren't to be denied following that first win against Norwich. It was Mark Nygaard who ensured a share of the points against Ipswich. The R's extended their unbeaten run to 3 matches at a half-built Deepdale against Preston. Rowan Vine was again the man to watch for the R's as he went close. While at the other end, Jones headed just wide for the Whites. Just before the break, the hosts were given a great advantage to take the lead when Martin Craney was adjudged to have handled. Referee Mr. Kettle had the visiting supporters boiling. The on-loan defender from Portsmouth knowing very little about it. Thankfully, Lee Camp was on hand to save Paul Gallagher's spot kick. 3 games without defeat for the R's.
Samido, Zhengji, Varney, Iwalumo, missed by Stewart, it's Zhengji! Camp was a match for it. Rowan Vine. Plenty of work to do, but he looks in the mood to take it on, and the challenge brings the penalty. And perhaps that's the breakthrough that they've been looking for. He made something out of nothing there, Rowan Vine, and got his reward.
Well, I'm going to question the defence here. one-on-one here, doesn't need to be. Nobody comes across to help him, takes him cleanly out.